these likes. Yo, listen, I had a conversation. That last video was the wrong video, gang. By the way, like it was really the wrong video, champ. I ain't gonna lie. I had a conversation, champ. Let's just say everything ain't what it seems to be. But yes, Fat Joe and the Terror Squad have responded after OG New York Blood Cory King says, look, I'm going to expose Terror Squad for harboring rats after saying that the entire dirty section can eat a Frank, because Fat Joe said that on the Joe and Jada podcast after Jadakiss warned him not to say it, right? We also watched Fat Joe take it upon himself to say that he was the Harriet Tubman of like hip hop. Like, who was Fat Joe? We gonna get into the content again, but this is a different video, by the way. I just was made aware of this. Run these lights up, gang. We gonna jump in. Oh, champ. Hold up. Smash that light, gang. Let's do it.
Top of the game. Salute, 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 salute. Yeah, we back outside. You see this young man right here?
Happy Sunday, y'all. What's the vibes? I got a big PSA for y'all on behalf of K, y'all, and the entire Terror Squad. It's been a lot of chatter, and it's been a lot of disrespect on this internet that's disguised as content. I just want to let y'all know there's a big difference, you heard? There was a lot of things said on this internet about Joe, about his family. There was a lot of disrespect that was hashed out. If that man wakes up and throws a frank back at those people who disrespected him, that's what it is. What you think, you're going to disrespect somebody, and if they choose to disrespect you back, you get to wake up and get mad?
Baby?
Hold on, champ. Now, who disrespected Fat Joe's mother, though, is the question. Who wilded out obese Josephine's mom's, champ? Why hasn't anyone in particular been outed for talking about Fat Joe's mother? If someone said something about Joe's mom, why isn't Joe distinctly going at said person who went at his mother? Instead, you go at numerous people and tell them all to eat your Franklet, champ. Yeah, you told them to eat your Franklet. You invited them to Franklet, champ, all right? Yeah, Cuban Kirby, a.k.a. Fat Joe, a.k.a. the God Crack Him, says, hey, champs, all of you as one can eat Franklin, okay? But let's continue. Oh, champ.
This ain't personal, and I respect you. Yeah, you a young G, and I ain't saying it with no cap, no pun intended, no sarcasm, no slight, no disrespect, nigga. I respect you, nigga. I respect you. But before I saw your PSA, my little brother Scrap Son from out of the BX called me. And he didn't ask me, he told me, yo, big homie, yo, I need you to fall back, bro. It's a little bit more realness coming from the Terror Squad when it comes in terms of the herks. You see that term right there? The herks. That's what I created. And anything dealing with my creation, if I see niggas is showing kindness to them, they don't gotta ask me. They can give me an order the same way I can give them an order. You see the difference between me and your big homie? I was gonna say boss, but that was sounding I'm disrespecting you. But your big homie, Fat Joe, as I listen to my pups, I know when to stand down, I know when to back down. You see the difference here? See, I'm not no average Joe. And I respect your PSA, my nigga, because I know you a real one. That's a whole fact. Yeah! You a real one. And I respect you, little homie. And so right now, I'm sitting searching in my head for the right words because this is what I don't do. You say y'all, bully the bullies, well, I do too. Even amongst my own set, I bully bullies. That's what I do. I don't like oppression. I don't like destruction. And I don't like war. But when war comes, I bring that shit head on. And I get it. You said the couch monster that came after the couch monster. So basically you said Hassan, Campbell, and Zip with the Drip.
Oh, champ. Oh, champ. So apparently these are the two people that Fat Joe was really aiming for, allegedly. Allegedly. All right? Allegedly, champ. Oh, champ. So salute to the chat. Tuffcino in the building. You got a sub. You heard you got a sub of Tuffcino. He said it sound like they put pressure on OG. Nah. I spoke to him, champ. Nah. It's a little deeper than it looks, champ. I'ma just say it's a little deeper than it looks. Okay? I'ma just say that, champ. Won't reveal too much here, champ. There's gonna be some things happening. I'ma just say that. That's all I can say for now. But because Fat Joe wasn't specifically targeting who he thought he was targeting, he said to everyone can eat Cuban Frank in unison, champ. He said a unison Frank bite is a must. And now there will be repercussions for said things, champ. Yeah, because apparently Terror Squad is harboring rats, according to the OG right here, Cory King, champ. He said harboring rat. There are rats among us, champ. There's vermin, champ, that needs to be exposed, champ, behind those walls. But let's continue. Oh, champ.
Wouldn't it be easier for Fat Joe to pinpoint exactly who he was talking to instead of telling everybody to suck their dick, and then they send you a general? They send a general, because you're a general. Yeah. And to the whole world, I'm not capping, I ain't fucking with this nigga. I ain't scared of him now. He a little guy to me. It's a difference between a general and the field marshal. Yeah, you a field marshal. / general. On some real shit. Word to my flag, I mean everything I'm saying. But this is the thing right here, right? My beloved Scrap Sean called me. And just so y'all know it's real. Yeah, he upstate, New York. You know what I'm saying? He was chilling. Yo, big bro, I'm upstate. Yo, do me a favor, big bro. Yo, dead that. DOA. And I was going to leave it alone. Despite my foolish pride and my ego. Because he stepped on my ego, bro. You got to understand, bro. I've been through multiple wars, many wars, right? And to show you how the internet work, even though I'm fucking with Joe, you got dudes still saying, yo, yeah, nigga, you rap. You told niggas shut the park up. Despite that whole video coming off my channel showing a nigga in uniform with handcuffs, gun, and keys in a white police car shot an unarmed black man, in which I disarmed him. But guess what? Trolls gonna troll. So when y'all say people was fucking with his family, let me make this clear. I have no companionship, partnership. I am in no agreement with anybody talking about anybody's mother, grandmother, children, etc., bro. If a nigga did that shit, then yeah, he can eat a dick. That's how gangsta I keep it.
But did anyone actually tell Joe that? That's what I'm trying to say. Did Joe just make that up? Because Joe's a known liar. This is the God crack him after all. Did anyone say anything about Joe's moms? Joe's family? Is this true? If so, where's the clips? I didn't see anyone say anything about Joe's mom. Now, if someone would crash out in such ways, I would say it was definitely, the two individuals that we just saw, Has and Zip. Maybe they said it. I don't know. I didn't see him say it, though. Usually, if somebody crashes out that crazy, it would literally be viral. But I ain't see nothing. Joe was a known liar. The nigga lies a lot. The nigga said he the God crack him. Nobody can verify these things, champ. Yeah. Bro said he's a 5% nation. Bro said he scared an entire gymnasium by himself. Bro says a lot of things that just ain't true, gang. All right, Cuban Kirby, because this nigga's not fully Puerto Rican. Cuban Kirby is a no liar. So listen, maybe nobody said a goddamn thing about Fat Joe or Fat Joe's mother chick. Well, they said something about Fat Joe, obese Josephine. They said something about him, but his mom's though, I didn't see that, champ. I think Joe just wanted an excuse to tell niggas to eat Franklin. That's how I look at it, champ. I ain't gonna lie. But let's proceed, champ.
Alright. But I really believe Joe cat with the somebody talked about their mother.
Get they back. Oh, they call my mother Leslie. Fucked up.
If you point him out, Joe, guess what? His head go on this motherfucking table right here. And offer his fucking head.
Yeah, talk about who spoke about your mother, champ. All right, who? He said they. Who's they, champ? They said something about mama. Yo, look here, obese Josephine. I don't believe you, champ. I think you're lying. Just like you lied about being the God crack him, talking about you a 5% and all that. Well, champ, I don't believe. I think you eat pork still, champ. I think you eat pork. How you part 5% nation? I know for a goddamn fact that you eating pork ribs, champ. 1,000%. You ain't. Yeah, you ain't part of the 5% nation, champ. You ain't. Is not a 5% champ. Why nobody else vouching for the God crack him, champ? Huh? Yeah, I don't know about that one, gang. I don't know. 5%er. You? I don't know, champ. Yeah, obese Josephine has trouble with telling the truth. So saying they said something about my mother just to give a reason to tell mad individuals to eat Frank, I don't know, champ. You are not the best source of truth telling. I ain't gonna hold you, nigga be lying. Just like you lie when Papoose decked you in the eye, champ. When Papoose beat you up in that room, you have about 85 different stories, nigga. First, it was Papoose knocked me out in front of 30 people. Then it was Papoose punched me in front of 20 people. Then it was Papoose knocked me out in front of Remy Ma. Then it was Papoose knocked me out while I was eating a chopped cheese. Like, you had mad stories. You told the radio mad different stories about why Papoose socked you in your eye and all that, champ. Yeah, remember that, champ? Back in the days, champ, when Pap papped him in his eye and all that. Gave Fat Joe a nice blackie below his eye socket, champ. Do you remember those days, champ? Yeah, he was lying then, and he's still lying now, champ. Yeah, the God crack him. Oh, champ, why you lying? So you made up a story about niggas talking about your mother just to tell multiple people to eat Frank? Is crazy, champ. I ain't gonna lie. But let's continue. Oh, champ, what else?
But that's not what you did, Joey. That's not what you did. You told all of us, the whole sector, to suck your dick. Listen, because I'm not a clout chaser. I'm not wanting for nothing over here. I'm not starving. I'm not starving at all. I ain't trying to extort nobody. I don't want nothing from you but respect. That's it. And I rolled out that whole PSA and I said, damn, you know what? I get it. Scrap away told me fall back anyway. You invited niggas outside. And it was convincing. Instead of you leaving it alone right there. Everything you said was beautiful, but then you invited a nigga outside. I'm wondering, yo, when he said that shit the same way I would have said it. Is he calling me out? Cause nigga, I pop out. But then I said, you know what? That's a real nigga. And I don't take pride in bumping heads with real niggas. You know what I mean? I don't do that. You know? And you know what? We keep screaming, Rat Hunter, Rat Hunter, Rat Hunter, Rat Hunter. Yo, shout out to Eddie, J-Rock, Toro, Boogeyman. You know what I mean? My man Ponce. Shout out to the Rat Hunters, man.
The Rat Hunters are one of the most dangerous peoples in prison, by the way, in case you don't know. Yeah, the Rat Hunters is dangerous individuals, champ. These guys will never be coming home, by the way. They ain't coming home, champ. They're as good as gone in the penitentiary. Yeah, the rat hunters. Yeah, you don't play with them, champ. Yeah, those are some of the most dangerous individuals. You don't want no smoke with those guys, but them guys ain't coming home. I'm gonna keep it a G stack with you, champ. Yeah, they ain't coming home, gang. Oh, champ. But let's continue. What else?
You know what I mean? Joe, holla at me, man.
Oh,
All right.
champ.
And in terms of that, you know, the great, beautiful world, Dabian, here I come. Salute. You know my slogan.
So, from my understanding, things is about to get ugly, basically. From my understanding, from what I know, champ. From what I know, things are gonna get ugly. You heard? From my understanding, things is about to get nasty. I ain't gonna. That's what I was told, champ. Things might get ugly very soon. I'ma just tell you that. All right. Now, again, this gentleman right here. Watch this. See this guy here? I'm gonna run this back too. This guy was copping a plea for Joe because apparently Joe was trying to say people talked about his mom. Said, "Wait a minute, champ. Before you proceed with us harboring any rats here at Terror Squad Incorporated, we would like you to know that, hey, champ, someone said something about my mother. Yeah, the goddess crack him, that is. Yeah, I'm the god crack him. Someone said something about the goddess crack him, which is my mother, champ. Yeah, somebody said, before you proceed, champ, before you bring out any work on us, champ, let me inform you, champ, that someone said some things about the goddess crack him. Yeah, champ. Just in case. Before you do that, just know that the Frank bite was for whoever said it. So you don't remember who said something about your mother, if they did say something about your mother at all, because I don't know if you're telling the truth, champ. I don't know. But watch.
You see this young man right here?
Look.
Happy Sunday, y'all. It's the vibes. I got a big PSA for y'all on behalf of K, y'all, and the entire Terror Squad. It's been a lot of chatter, and it's been a lot of disrespect on this internet that's disguised as content. I just want to let y'all know there's a big difference, you heard? There was a lot of things said on this internet about Joe, about his family. There was a lot of disrespect that was hashed out.
Who said it? Who said it? Who's talking crazy about Joe's family? Who did it? I didn't see it, champ. Did y'all see it? I must have missed it. Did y'all see it? I missed it. Apparently niggas done said something about Joe's mother and all that. I didn't see it. Usually when people crash out in such ways, it goes viral. We waiting for the person of interest. Who's the person that did it? Was it Has? Was it Zip? Who did it? If we don't see nobody, then it sounds like a lie to me, champ. Now, who talked crazy about the goddess crack him? Who did it? I didn't hear it, but let's continue. Oh, champ.
If that man wakes up and throws a frank back at those people who disrespected him, that's what it is. What you think, you're going to disrespect somebody, and if they choose to disrespect you back, you get to wake up and get mad?
Baby?
Yeah, I don't know, champ. I don't know, champ. I'm not convinced that somebody actually said something crazy. Yeah, I didn't see it. I missed it, champ. I missed it, champ. But Jadakiss also told you to chill out, though. Kiss is on the right side here. Jadakiss told you to chill out, man. But Fat Joe, you've done too many things, champ. You lied about Puerto Ricans creating hip hop, because that's a goddamn lie. Ain't no Puerto Rican helped create hip hop. It's not true. It's false information. Anyone saying that they did is lying, champ. Any OGs that was around that time will tell you that that's cap, and been saying that it's cap. That is a false narrative being created so that certain individuals who don't really rock with black people like that can get some type of benefits from hip hop and all that. Yeah, it was just a bunch of Negroes outside in the ghetto who created hip hop, champ. Yeah, because back then the Hispanic community and the black community wasn't tight like that yet. By the way, yeah, Puerto Ricans and all that, they was listening to no hip hop back then. Now there might have been some, but I remember back then was a little bit more racist. There's more racist times. This is back in like the 70s and all. There was still racism outside, champ. Facts. You heard there was a lot of colorism going on back then. Colorism was huge back then. It's still huge now, but back then it was a little more, it wasn't as gathered together, champ. It was still a little tiny drop of segregation in there. It's a tiny drop. You know, as time progressed, you know, people would integrate a little more. You know what I'm saying? But that around those times, champ, it was different times, champ. There's a lot of colorism. You know, wasn't that much togetherness like there is now, champ. It's different. You feel me? So all that Puerto Ricans helped create hip hop is a lie. Didn't happen, champ. It's all cap, not true, champ. We just gotta be real about the situation. Okay. He's also said crazy things. Who remembers when Lil Mo was on stage when Ja Rule was performing with Lil Mo and the other girl? What song was that? I forgot the name of the song. Put It On Me, Ja Rule, right? Yeah, Lil Mo and the other girl on stage, and they doing the versus battles. Fat Joe versus Ja Rule. Ja Rule cleaned the floor with Fat Joe because Fat Joe is trash. He's just not a good performer, and he ain't got no hits like that. You know what I'm saying? All the hits Fat Joe made was 98% collaborations. You feel me? And that FloJo song is trash. Like nobody listens to FloJo. That song is garbage. Everyone knows that. FloJo, garbage, nigga. Nobody bump that. FloJo, nigga. We don't bump that. What are we doing? Stop it. He got cooked. Nigga got tight, and he called Lil Mo and the other girl a bunch of dusty crackheads. Facts. Yeah. Yeah, he wilded him out. I'm like, oh, if I'm Ja Rule, I might have to wild out Joe. Joe out here mad because he ain't winning. So like, you brought some dusty crackhead bees out here. Like, oh, word? Y'all let Joe get away with highway murder, gang. What was that? Y'all let him violate shorties on stage just because they was performing and had a better performance than the weak-ass song he just tried to perform at the versus battle. And niggas wonder why niggas so crazy about that. Fat Joe never had respect for the culture. He's not really the culture anyway. Yeah, you from the X and all that. But did you really grow up around niggas though? Do you really rock with niggas? It doesn't look that way. I ain't gonna hold you. Niggas swear he this gatekeeper. Niggas say he's the overseer of Latino rappers because you got Dominican niggas like Fabulous and Cassidy and all that. Joel Santana. Goddamn Guillermo. Who is goddamn Jim Jones, because Jim Jones Puerto Rican and all that. Yeah, he the overseer of Latino rappers who really is just niggas, man. Let's just be honest, man. Bro, so he the overseer. He the nigga that's in charge of the Latin rappers and all that. Whatever, nigga. Okay. We gonna get to some comments though. We got Noti who says, in my opinion, Big Pun is a key reason anyone even listens to Fat Joe, only because he's a feature. LMAO. I don't know anyone who's bumping a full Fat Joe album that's out. Yeah, nobody bumping no Josephine. I ain't going that. Cuban Kirby gets no play. I ain't gonna hold you. Cuban Kirby don't got classics like that. Maybe you wanna bump 98 Twins with Pun and all that. And that's cool, champ. But how often do you listen to Pun and 98 Twins with Fat Joe on it? You know what I'm saying? And the only verse we remember is from Fat Joe. Not Fat Joe. The only verse we remember is from Big Pun. Then in the middle, a Little Italy. And you know the rest, champ. You know what I'm saying? Okay, come on, bro. Cuban Kirby's wildin'. And you're not that Puerto Rican. That's why we calling you Cuban Kirby, because you're not that Puerto Rican, champ. By the way, yeah. You ain't that Puerto Rican. You're more of a Cuban Kirby. You heard? Yeah. You's a Cubano Kirby. You heard? You're not... It's Puerto Rican easy claim to be, champ. Yeah. And how you name the God crack him and you got pork on your fork, champ? You got pork on your fork, champ. Yeah. You can't be the God crack him and be the 5% nation enough. You over there eating goddamn pork. You heard? Nasty work. I'm just saying, champ. What's this? Nasty work. You dig? Oh, champ. Look, all I'm saying is soon you will see more things that are very much damaging to Terror Squad, champ. Because Fat Joe was supposed to apologize and he didn't apologize. It's Cory King, OG blood of GKB of New York City, GKBs. Listen, he said, listen, you should apologize because you telling everybody to eat Franklin. And I think you're pointing at the wrong people. Whoever it is that who says something about you and your family, your mother, the goddess crack him, and whoever else, you need to go direct your energy at them, not everybody who had nothing to do with whatever you're talking about, gang. You heard? Jadakiss tried to save you, but now, listen, you could say Jadakiss is gonna leave the podcast, but Jadakiss is not leaving that podcast. These niggas got a Netflix deal, nigga. They getting money. They got a Netflix deal with the Joe and Jada podcast. So I hate to tell you this, but Jadakiss ain't going to goddamn place, nigga. Netflix. Oh, champ, that Netflix check look real nice, don't it, champ? Yeah, you ain't gonna say no to the Netflix check. That nigga Jadakiss not going to goddamn place, nigga. Netflix check. Oh, champ, where's my Netflix check? I need to get with the mayor, get the mayor Netflix check. I ain't gonna lie, champ. Oh, champ, where the Netflix check at? We need that, champ. Give me the Netflix check. I need that, champ. Them niggas got stupid money over there, champ. Niggas trying to buy up Warner Brothers and all that. Like, you niggas trying to buy Warner Brothers. Oh, champ. Where the Netflix check? You heard? I need that, champ. Netflix. Check. Oh, champ. Look here, gang. Nobody says Fat Joe stayed riding on everyone else's shine. He can never be successful by himself. And he wasn't successful just by himself. He needed to have people around him, champ. Again, the only records that you play by Fat Joe mainly are collaboration records. Fat Joe don't really got too many solo records that people are bumping. It's just a fact, right? It's just a fact. You dig? Real talk. You heard? You run them likes up. For Breeze Bro says, Ayo, I'm a 220 fan. I should be number one, but Tough is number one. I guess that's fair, LML, and I'm from Boston. Oh, champ. Salute to Boston, you heard? Even though the Celtics and the Red Sox is trash, salute to Boston, you're right? But you know, but F Jason Tatum too, you heard? And F Jason Tatum, by the way. Yeah. Salute to Boston, though. You heard? But yeah, gang. This is getting out of hand, man. This is getting crazy. It's getting wild out there, champ. I don't know what fat obese Josephine is talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. I think he's bugging. But again, soon we're gonna be learning about some rat activity from the terror squad, supposedly harboring rats and all that. So paperwork must come, champ. And if obese Josephine got paperwork, oh, this is gonna get very nasty. I'm gonna just say that. If obese Josephine, aka Cuban Kirby, aka the God Crack Him, got any paperwork, champ, well, something needs to happen. I'm gonna just say that. So there need to be consequences, champ. Consequences must come, champ. I'm gonna just say that. All right. But look, salute to everybody who tapping in. You heard? If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash the like. We're gonna have more content coming. All right, as days progress, but it's getting wild, gang. I'm gonna just say that it's getting wild, and it looks like Joe is sending people over the cop, please, just because. You dig? But look, man, hit that like, share the video. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Hit the hype button when the video is over as well. There is more content in store. Make sure you tap in. But one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. Are you ready, gang? It's the man, the one and only man, New York Mayor F. Mom Donnie, and you rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Hit the like, share the vid, subscribe. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.